So here we are, guys, here she is. Finally back in the garage, safe and sound, after a long journey, many thousands of miles. Of course, it wasn't without its problems, and if you remember, in the last episode, it barely made it to the NEC Motor Show, the classic resto show at Birmingham. It was a huge surprise by the skin of its teeth, and it drew a huge crowd. You know, there was a lot of traction there, a lot of people interested in its provenance and how it was actually found. I kind of found it accidentally. I was just rooting about on the internet. Anyway, I digress. For many people who understand classic cars, this is in everyone's eyes an absolute holy grail find. It's a Bentley Mulliner Park Ward T1 convertible, one of 41. This is number one off the production line, the first one ever built. But as I say, it wasn't without its problems. It was a little bit of a struggle. And first of all, before I go into things, I just want to take you guys back to where it all began. Enjoy. I've been tracking this car for a few weeks now. It was languishing in a junkyard in California. But by the time I made the trip over a few weeks later, it was already in the hands of Alex Manos at Beverly Hills Car Club.
And so, welcome back.
Yeah, always a pleasure to be here.
Always a pleasure to see you.
So this is the new place. I haven't been in this place before.
This is more top secret, but we're happy to share it with you.
When you say top secret, is this the overflow, the overspill, or is this cars that haven't been introduced to the main place?
A bit of both.
Yeah.
So overflow, sold cars, cars that haven't been introduced yet.
Yeah.
And so, but the car you're interested in is over here in the corner.
There was a low production number on those, wasn't there?
Oh, there's only 41 in the whole world made.
And this is number one, is it?
This is apparently number one, yes.
And it's a right-hand drive?
Correct.
Well, you don't get rarer than that, do you?
Exactly. For the US, it's cool. For London or England, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Hidden behind this.
Yeah. It's lived the life, hasn't it?
It certainly has. I mean, look, I love original leather. Mm-hmm. I would keep this the same way it is. Look at the patina and just it's like a baseball glove.
Like you say, this has slipped the net. This has fallen through the cracks, this one, hasn't it?
Exactly.
I mean, I know there's not much demand for a right-hand drive car in this country, but there's plenty of expats, and I bet you there's some story behind this, Alex.
Oh, that's for sure.
I take it you've got no history or paperwork, or you don't know the car's provenance, but to be number one of a 41 production line, it's the guy had to be somebody, didn't he?
Absolutely.
It all looks totally original as well. The wood looks original, the hood looks original.
I mean, look at how nice and put together the dash is still.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it's sun damage, but it's the climate, isn't it?
I know.
The carpets look original, everything looks, that's all original leather, isn't it?
Yep, exactly.
That'll all come back with a feed. And any ideas what happened? I mean, it's some crash.
I think what happened is, because look, if you look here, the paint is older.
Yeah.
So I think what happened is they got in an accident here.
Yeah. And
they just let it sit. You know, because this is not a fresh accident. You can tell by the.
Oh yeah. The
paint. The paint is sun gone. It's almost as if they put a car cover on it to here.
Yeah.
And then they're in, because the interior is all there and not any issues with it.
Yeah.
But back here is where the work needs to happen.
And what about the engine? What's the mileage on it?
That's a great question. Can you see on that side, Gary?
What?
Can you see on that side?
17,741, which means it's probably clocked, hasn't it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it's been well used, which is a good thing. So I'll take it. I take it this is the spring of the
exactly.
rear corner where it's being hit.
Exactly.
It must have been hit so hard the springs just come off.
I mean, these cars are tanks.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you know,
I've got two of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know,
yeah.
I mean, it's not like this is not a Toyota Prius. I mean, you have to hit that car hard to do that.
Yeah, it's been hit by a truck or something, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
And these are a fortune, you know, Alex. These exhaust systems.
Oh, really?
Absolute fortune. Yeah.
Did you replace them on your car?
Yeah. I mean, many thousands. You know,
wow.
Thousands. This is just a single exhaust, isn't it?
Yes.
I would imagine, being an early one. Oh, look at this.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I love a Corniche, but then I love a Bentley too, because it's just so unusual, and you don't see many of them in the front. The grille, it just it has a different look.
It's funny you say that. I could never understand why a Bentley somehow didn't have the kudos that a Rolls-Royce
I know.
They all seem to want the silver lady on the front.
Big time.
And the Bentley thing just doesn't cut it for a lot of people.
I know.
But it's basically exactly the same car, isn't it? Apart from the grille.
Identical.
I think these were something like £1,000 cheaper than the Corniche.
Really?
But it was exactly the same car, apart from the grille. And you know, £1,000 in them days was a lot of money.
Oh, of course.
You know, you could buy buy a couple of houses for that.
Literally. But then you know that person who chose this car, it's kind of either a car person, or they've been educated.
Look, absolutely. To have number one off the production line of a low produced car, 41 cars is phenomenal. Yeah. He really must have been somebody, or she must have been somebody.
I mean, if you tried to buy a car now, a brand new car, I mean, a Ferrari or a Rolls, or you go to the dealership, say, I want to be number one. I mean, you have to be, Rod Stewart.
You have to be right top of the list, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the gaps in the bonnet, absolutely perfect.
Yes.
Never been messed about with.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they had a cover on it almost,
Yeah. Probably original paint as well. Maybe not. And they had the slightly different wheel trims as well.
What were you working on last time you were here? We talked about
well, I've got two Corniche convertibles.
Right.
One's my daily driver. That's a 75.
That's your daily driver, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've also just purchased, last year I purchased a 1983 Corniche drop head. So I've got two of them now, but I love them. Absolutely adore the cars. They're beautifully engineered, just pure class.
I mean, obviously you like them so much you bought two.
Yeah, and I might buy three, who knows? No, this car for me just commands respect. When you see cars on the road and you think, that's a nice old car, whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
These just sit up and beg. They're just like, wow.
It's like almost like a Chinese eye.
Yeah.
When you see a Chinese eye, you're like,
I love them.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like this is after that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the next thing.
Yeah. No, they're beautiful cars. Then I notice you've got a Camargue, but you haven't got a Chinese eye, have you?
Correct. No, I don't have any Chinese eye at the moment.
Can we say that? Can we still say that?
That's a great question. That's a good question. Probably not.
Oh, it's been hit on this side as well.
Has it?
Yeah. I'd love to know the story behind this.
I know.
What's it like underneath, Alex? I mean,
it's not bad, actually.
Is it any rust or?
No,
what are the sills like?
It's a while since I looked under there, so I don't want to say the wrong thing to you. But you take a look. Interesting.
It's probably because of the shunts, isn't it?
I was hoping.
Was it not shut properly? I don't know. Probably because of the bang.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the sills. Yeah. Yeah, rusty sills a little bit anyway.
Oh, are they?
The rear and the front of them as well. Just check this one at the back, where it hasn't been hit.
So you got two Corniches and you're thinking about the T, huh?
Yeah.
On that side of you.
I think what I'm interested in more than anything is, as I said, it's number one of a low production number, and it's a Bentley, and the two have got a Rolls-Royces, and it's just got something about it, hasn't it?
Are both the Corniches you have right-hand drives?
Yeah. The expense to do one of these is phenomenal though. I mean, forget the paint job. You know how much a paint job costs. Hood, you're looking at like 15 grand.
Wow.
To get it done properly. Interior, the seats are gone on the front. When you add everything up.
Oh,
the exhaust, like I said, you're into 5 grand. The braking system, another 5, 6, 7 grand.
Are you going to do the work yourself?
Yeah, but it's a year's work, and you've got to buy the parts as well. No, I'm just kind of working things out in my head. Whether it's financially viable.
It's definitely not for the faint at heart.
No, it isn't, but it's whether it's financially viable at the end of the day as well.
That's true.
Because it is a huge undertaking, isn't it? But lovely car. Can we pop the bonnet? Yeah. I know you've got a clean shirt on. I thought I'd dive in there. Yeah. You set the plugs in as well. I mean, is it running? Is it a running car?
I don't know.
Maybe the lads here have tried to get it running, and you know,
Yeah,
because when it's a running car, it's obviously.
Oh, whole nother story.
Yeah. Strange belts, then.
I know.
It's like they're the wrong way around. I've never seen belts like that. No, right way around. But the way they're ribbed at the back.
Yep.
It looks nice and clean. It's weird, isn't it? Because, like you say, they're like brand new.
I mean, and look at the spark plugs.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, brand new.
Yeah, literally.
Probably NGK as well. Yeah. So.
Well, this definitely got. It wasn't hit parked. We don't think. I would assume it was driving and got hit.
Yeah. You never know. Could have been parked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's been sitting outside though, doesn't it? Or in a carport maybe with the arse end sticking out.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because, I mean, if it was outside...
No, because look at the dash. The dash is way too nice to have been outside.
And the seats would be shot and they're not... All right, they're well worn and there's a rip over there, but... The carpets look good, so it looks to me like it's had the hood up and it's been sticking arse end out of a carport.
And the windows up too.
Yeah.
Because the wood, you can tell by the wood.
Yeah.
If it got wet, it would be all warped.
And no sign of vermin as well. No sign of mice. Yeah. Yeah. No, it is. It's interesting.
It's definitely something to think about while you're here.
Mm-hmm. I'm amazed as well the way it's being hit. That it's just that little bit of damage on the boot. Needs a whole quarter there, doesn't it? And the chassis is probably bent as well, so it'll need pulling out. I've never seen that before. A car hit so hard that the springs come off. So this is 1967, is it? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you could get a sedan, I would imagine, and be able to replace this fender.
Mm. Yeah, I could
Sometimes we have cheap sedans. You like a T1.
Yeah. Oh, you're trying to sell me two now? But yeah, I love it. I love its originality. It's you can see it's never been messed about with. You know, look at the windows, they're all down nice and neat. You know, normally get the odd one sticking up a little bit, or it's just all original, looks to me.
I love cars like this, even like this.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that chassis leg will definitely be bent in if it's had such an impact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll have to just do my sums, Alex, and have a think. Anything else you want to show me?
Oh, I'd love to, yeah, let's look around. Why not?
Your tea's on the table.
They've got two.
So what's your personal favourite in here at the moment?
You know, I love a Lincoln Continental.
Yeah.
And this is a...
Maybe like the Rolls-Royce.
A Mark II. Excuse me?
I love the Land Cruiser.
Oh, yes.
FJ40, whatever.
So it's a 1956 Lincoln Continental Mark II.
Yeah.
This is how you can tell if they have factory air conditioning.
Wow.
That's the giveaway. That's it in the body. If it doesn't have factory air conditioning, it doesn't have that in the body.
Pull the air in from here.
Exactly. And this is so. I mean, Frank Sinatra had one of these.
Sammy Davis.
Yeah.
Dean Martin.
The air comes exactly. This is the. It's one of the most expensive cars in its day.
Look at that. It's like sitting in your living room, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
That's a shame, isn't it?
I know. Unfortunate.
Wow. Didn't Sammy Davis crash in one of these and lose his eye?
Really?
I think it might have been, you know. Maybe it was a Studebaker or something, I don't know. It's a, 50s, 60s colour.
Right.
These are kind of a little bit of a dinosaur, aren't they?
Oh, they are. But
The SLC.
They're becoming.
They are, yeah.
Cooler.
They're coming up. I mean, they're beautiful cars. but people just want a hood, don't they, especially in this climate. It's a bit like the 113 Pagodas that were the 2+2. I think they call them Californias.
California
He
special.
had a rear seat, didn't he?
Yep.
But what you do with it, lift the hard top off and lift it back on, which is some weight.
And imagine your dinner. It's a summer day and then there's a storm out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You're not putting the top up.
No. But if you go fast enough, the water doesn't come in. You're bone dry when you get home. Have you noticed that?
Absolutely.
There was, say, a couple of sleepless nights where I tossed and turned. I just couldn't stop thinking about the car. As far as I was concerned, this car was for me. So a couple of days later, I returned to complete the deal. So, Alex, if you can, explain to me what's the order with the ship and how does it all
So
work?
the shipping, we're going to help you from A to Z.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take it from here at the Beverly Hills Car Club all the way to wherever you want to get it to. Now, would you prefer the car to go to Southampton?
Well, I live in Liverpool.
Oh, so we can get it to Liverpool. I think there's an extra charge.
You ship to Liverpool, yeah?
We do, yes.
Alex,
So we're not the shipping company, but we're going to connect you with them,
Yeah.
and then we're going to make sure that you're taken care of from A to Z. And we'll be along with you the whole process.
But you know what? It's probably worth me while paying the extra because it's 500 miles each way. So if I got a transporter to go all the way there, pick it up and bring it back, it's probably worth me paying the extra because it'll save me a lot of messing.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll have it delivered for you to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And it'll be easy.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
And then you'll be inviting me over and we can go for a test drive.
Yeah. You won't want to leave this place, Alex. You're living the dream here. Oh, loaded up already, yeah?
That's right. So we're loaded up, ready to go for you.
And how long does it normally take from A to B?
I think it's about 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah. That sounds okay. There she is.
This is the right one, right?
That's the right one, yeah. But it's not going to rain, is it?
No, we'll have the top up everything. This is just here now before we leave.
Brilliant. Alex, that's fantastic. Thanks very much
My
for
pleasure.
doing business with me and
Of
everything
course.
being so seamless.
My pleasure.
'Cause,
my pleasure.
I think this is going to be a fantastic
Oh,
project.
this is so exciting.
Yeah, it is.
I'm excited to see what it looks like.
It's a holy grail car, I think.
And when I come visit my dad, I want to maybe get a test drive.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
But
great.
London's a long way from Liverpool.
No, but still, it'd be worth it to see this.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a special car.
yeah. No, made up. Over the moon. Anyway, I'm going to take a little look around if that's
Perfect.
okay
Yeah,
before we go.
Let's do it.
Now this is nice. Do you remember the one I restored for me brother Lee? This is perfect. This is a really, really beautiful representation. Look at this. That's nice. Looks pretty original as well. I love the steering wheel. See, this is the climate. Cars stay really nice in this country. Whereas at home and the salt and the rain and the snow and everything else, which is what these were built for. You know, they don't last like this. Nice colour too. Look at this over here, we've got an Ampy car. Which is a boat as well as a car. Heelys. You know, I love coming here. Every time I come here, there's a whole different influx of cars. You know, they sell them that quick, they move them on and they get more in. Buying all the time. Look at this 190 SL. This looks a little bit, looks like a well-used car anyway. I'm not saying it's worse for wear, but you look at the interior. It's definitely had some use over the years. And the only thing about this climate here is the paint seems to craze after a few years because of the constant heat. Flexing. Hot, cold, hot, cold. This SL is beautiful. I think this is called tobacco and the interior is cognac. I love that. It's my favourite colour interior in a Mercedes-Benz. I love the straight brown. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that interior. Looks pretty original too. See the way it's got like the marble effect on the leather, especially on the dash. I think it was the most expensive. Yeah, I think it was the most expensive interior or colour you could have because the leather was different quality altogether. Like I say, it had that marble effect in it. Let's have a little look through here, eh? Wow. Never seen as many SLs as that. Pagodas. And as usual, a big line of Jaguars, E-types, XK150s. Look at that. Wow. Now this, I believe, is a really special one-off colour. I've never seen one in this colour before. It's like a salmony pink. And what I love about these, when I first got my first Corniche, it was meant to have like a vinyl hood. And I always thought the mohair looked more expensive, but you know, the more I think about it, I think vinyl is the way to go. It just sits better, sits nicer. It retracts further down so that it sits more comfortable under the boot that goes over it. You know, this is in really lovely condition, this one. This is a really beautiful car. I think it's low mileage, this as well. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I used to have a pair of mirrors like this. I think they were on a 600 limousine I had. Now I'm not sure, but I think this might be a 250 GT Lusso. What a car. I think, in fact I know, David Moores, who was the ex-chairman of Liverpool Football Club, he purchased Steve McQueen's, which was Steve McQueen's everyday car. It was a black Lusso. And it was his personal car for 10 years. And through mad twist of fate, David Moores used to collect Ferraris. He came out to California and went to an auction and he bought it. I think he paid, this was going back about 20 years ago, about 1.6 million, which was a record at the time. Yeah, what a lovely car. Look at the dash. Beautiful original radio, nothing's been touched, original clocks. I mean, what a stunning car. And that gorgeous orange leather seats. So yeah, that's the story. But as you can see, it wasn't without its problems. You know, when I set out to buy this car, one of the main reasons I wanted to do this episode and restore this car and show the entire story was in a way to kind of instill confidence in prospective European buyers. You know, people wanting to buy a car from the US and bring it back to Europe or the UK. And, you know, I was kind of, you know, expecting a pretty seamless journey with the whole thing. And look, I love Alex Manos, he's great, I love his business. You're never going to find a more eclectic mix of rare classic cars in the whole world. It's fantastic and I love doing business with him. But in terms of the shipping, you know, I was really happy with the car. It was exactly as described. I just think the whole thing could have been handled a little bit better. I felt really let down by the shipping company. It took them 6 weeks after me getting the car to them before they actually put it into a container and put it on the ship. And their excuse through all the lack of communication was, oh, we need to fill the containers before we can put them on the ship. And, you know, stuff like that, which really didn't rub with me. Then it was seized by customs. which I believe is a random thing that can happen. Okay, I get that, but maybe if the car was shipped when it should have been shipped, you know, 6 weeks previous to that, maybe we wouldn't have had all these extra costs incurred and all these problems and all this worry and all this matter, because it was a pretty stressful experience, I have to say. So I'm not saying, you know, buyers from Europe, beware if you're going to buy a car from the US. I'm just saying be aware, because these are the kind of costs that can be incurred and the things that can happen along the way, making it into a pretty stressful experience. But anyway, I wouldn't say I'd use that shipping company again, but as I say, I was completely and utterly happy with the car. I mean, I'm thrilled to bits to look at it. You know, it was exactly as described. You know, I had a good experience with Alex, and I'd definitely buy from him again. But the shipping thing, that was another experience altogether. But there was a girl called Holly at Kingston Shipping, this side of the Atlantic. She received, the ship got in on the Monday, and the car was with me at the NEC by the Wednesday. I mean, she went beyond the pale for me, and that's how it should be handled. You know, that's a top shipping company to me. So the other one leaves a lot to be desired, but there you go. That was my experience, in all honesty. And I set out, you know, I set out in this show to do everything in all honesty. I don't brush over things. I don't kind of paper over the cracks. I show it how it is, and that includes the mechanics, as well as the experiences I have buying a car and shipping the car. So anyway, I'm going to go through the cost for you just for clarity. So first, at the Los Angeles end, shipping with insurance, $2,190. Customs check, $1,200. And demurrage, you know, one of those other hidden costs, my cut after it was split 4 ways for the 4 cars in the container, my cut was $900. Then at this end in Southampton, fee for offloading, VAT and delivery, a further £1,800, bringing the total to $6,500. Around 5,000 in sterling. So, after taking a whopping 3 months and the original conversation of,
You can get a car to Europe for $1,500.
and how long does it take?
I think it takes about 6 weeks.
So, if you're thinking of shipping from the US, first be aware of the pitfalls and extra charges that can quickly rack up if things don't go smoothly. But that wasn't the end of things, because once the car got home, it was the fun and games of getting it into the garage. Right, yeah, the strap's off, innit? Goes through there, it's perfect. Yeah, it's going in now, the room. Gone, yeah? That's it, is it? I'm going to catch you on that now. Try it on the jack for a bit if you want. No, okay.
The wheels are too hard to try pushing.
Well, try some free that now. And then with the help of my mate Malcolm, it's finally nudged in over the line with the help of his Land Rover. Okay, that'll do.
Right, it's on low setting now.
Yeah, go on, bit more, bit more. That'll do it, that'll do it. Go on, you're good, Mal.
Good.
Pull away.
Pull away. Okay.
Well done, mate.
Oh,
Job
Jesus,
done.
I didn't see that car there. I'm sorry about the mess.
Yes, you did. Look what you've done.
Oh, dear. Gee.
Job's a good one.
Excellent. shout, Dan.
But now safely in the garage, with all said and done, I think once finally restored, this Bentley find of a lifetime is definitely going to be worth it. Well, okay, that's it for this week. But be sure to tune in next week because I'm going to track the whole journey from when the car was delivered new to its first owner and the car's story from then to now. So it'll be really interesting. I'm really interested to be doing this because it's got a fascinating story behind it. I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for all your support. You know, if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, please do, because it helps with the algorithm and it helps grow the channel. And ultimately, I want to bring you more and more fabulous episodes. I mean, who wants to miss the journey on this 1 in a million Bentley? Anyway, once again, thank you so much. See you all next time. Thank you for watching this episode of Classic Obsession. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And see you all next time.